So let's get into this one. Why passive rest never helps you to recover from burnout. Because I actually used to be the guy that would come home from a hard day's work, put on the TV, pick up my phone and scroll on the internet for hours on end. And I would tell myself that I was resting. But when I'm absolutely honest with myself, that low level buzz that was in my head and my chest was always there. It never went away. And when I look back on it now, I actually know that the person that I was becoming was never actually the person who I was always meant to be. I was just masking how I was feeling. Because the thing is, what I was actually doing was nothing. I wasn't doing anything to help restore my nervous system. I wasn't regulating myself in any way, shape or form. I was simply numbing. And that's the big difference. Numbing doesn't actually help you restore. It just helps you to forget. But unfortunately, all you're doing is you're kicking the can further down the road that you're going to have to deal with later. And as much as we try and convince ourselves that just doing nothing helps, that it feels good in the moment to just switch our brains off, the reality is all we're doing is we're keeping that low level feeling of survival mode activated. And you might be able to just numb for a few moments or even for a few hours. But the second you put yourself back in that same environment, you know as well as I do, it just gets triggered again. And that's the reason why you can go to sleep for 10 hours and still wake up and feel absolutely exhausted. And what you actually need to do is an active reset, which isn't laying still. It's not just trying to ignore everything. It's actually taking ownership of your recovery, because you actually need to signal to your system that the threat has passed. Because when the nervous system settles, that's when you start to feel calmer. That's where the fog lifts. That's where the buzzing stops. And that gives you the peace of mind that you're actually searching for. So if that resonates, just please like, share and follow for more, and just put reset into the chat and I'll send you my 5-step process for helping to calm your nervous system down in real time.